from just listed to just sold in 28 days. Hi, I'm Tony Cunningham. I'm a residential sales consultant with Harcourts Hawke's Bay here in sunny Napier. I have been getting a number of questions on how we manage to get property sold in just 28 days when the average time on the market is around that 55 days at the moment here in Napier. So I thought what better way was to jump on and share a quick video with you about some of the things that we did. Obviously, I can't give you all of it, but some of the things that we did to help achieve that outcome. So one of the first things that I like to do is, really establish what the outcome is, what the goal is. Now, I know everyone's going to say that, they want the premium price for their property in today's market, and that is always the goal. That is always our goal, is to get you the premium price for your property in today's market. However, there are other goals that other vendors want, and so making sure that we've established what that goal is, what that outcome is, so that everything we're doing is working towards that. And sometimes, through the process, it can be we can get a little bit lost, and my job is to make sure that, I'm always bringing the vendors back to what the outcome is. So really establishing what that outcome is, what the goal is. The second thing that I like to do is look at the presentation of the property. So what needs to be done? What can we look at? We walk around the property, we take notes. Well, I take notes, and then we talk about some of the things that can be done. Does it need any repairs? Fortunately for this property, we didn't need much at all. It was beautifully presented. However, there were some things that the vendors did need to do, and they took it upon themselves and had those done, which was awesome. And remember, you don't get a second chance to make a really good first impression. So it's really important that when you're presenting a property, it is to the highest standard. We want anyone that's coming through an open home or a private viewing to look at this property and be wowed by the standard that it is at. So really making sure that the property is to the utmost standard and presented really beautifully. The third thing I like to talk about is the method of sale. So for everyone, it is different. For these vendors, they chose auction as their process, and it was the best outcome for them. It was the best process for them based on what their goals were. So some people will be shy about auctions, and I get that, and some people may have had a bad experience. I love auctions. I think that they can be great for a number of reasons. But again, it comes back to what the vendor's outcomes and goals are. So we need to make sure that everyone is feeling comfortable with the process and the method of sale that is chosen. And then we look at the marketing strategy. So marketing is one of my all-time favorite things to do. So we look at the strategy of how we are going to get this property in front of as many people as possible, and then get as many people through those doors. So we were really lucky enough with this property to have over 28 groups through, and there was probably more if we count second and third visit. So really great outcomes. I strategized on how was the best way to do open homes and best times around open homes, and we just didn't do one open home. We had 2 open homes per week, and it worked a treat. I was never home alone. I always had some groups through, which was awesome. And then the next thing that I'm going to talk about is choosing the right agent. So you always want to make sure that you're working with an agent that you have a really great rapport with, and an agent that is working with you to achieve that outcome, and an agent that is a really good communicator. Like, I think it's so important that, as a vendor, it's your biggest asset, and you want to be working with somebody that you trust and that knows that has your back. So making sure that you're working with the right agent for you, someone that communicates really effectively. I had a great relationship with these vendors. We communicated quite regularly. They get a vendor report every week. I was on the phone to them after the open homes, whether it was a voice message or actually talking to them. We were talking about strategies. These vendors were great. They were communicating with me, and I was communicating with them, and we were able to achieve a wonderful outcome of being sold in 28 days. Now, there are some other things that I did do but they are my secret sauce. And I am more than happy to share that with any vendor when I'm working with them. In the meantime, if you have any questions about how we manage to do this, or any processes, or you're just interested to find out a little bit more about me or how I can help you, feel free to comment. You can direct message me, you can text me, you can phone me. All my details are there. I hope you found this overview insightful.